Ozempic was built to do one thing: lower blood sugar. Then it started doing something no one designed it to do. They didn't quit. That's the strange part. People who'd been drinking for 20 years just stopped wanting to. Smokers forgot the pack in their pocket. Nobody set out to change any of that. They were only trying to lose weight. The prescription said Ozempic. Nobody wrote down the rest of what it did. If you've been here before, you know where this drug was born. A venomous desert lizard. A molecule hidden in its venom. We turned it into medicine to quiet hunger. And we told ourselves a simple story. It works on the gut, the stomach, digestion. But that was never quite the truth. The signal was never really being read down there. It was being read up here. The lizard's molecule copies a hormone we already carry, GLP-1. And the brain is covered in tiny locks shaped to fit it. Receptors, not one or two, scattered everywhere. In a small patch at the base, the area postrema, the brain's own poison sensor, the part that decides you've had enough. In the hypothalamus, where a knot of neurons works the hunger dial. This is where quiet the signal that says eat actually happens. Not in your stomach, in some of the oldest rooms of your mind. But hunger isn't the only thing that lives up here. Go deeper, and you reach the reward circuit. The part of you that decides what's worth reaching for. A drink, a cigarette, a message, one more bite. When something feels good, this circuit fires a spark, dopamine. And that spark, really, is just a word, wanting. And the very same locks are sitting right there in the middle of it. So when the drug arrives, it turns the spark down. Which is why the people we started with felt what they felt. The drink didn't taste worse, it just stopped calling. In 2025, scientists finally put it to the test. People with a real drinking problem, given this drug, drank less and craved less. The food noise in their heads went quiet, and for some of them, so did other noise. We thought we'd built a key for hunger. It turned out to fit a much bigger lock, wanting itself. But a dial doesn't only turn down one thing. When you quiet wanting, you don't get to choose what goes with it. For most people, it's just the craving they wanted gone. But for some, the drink went quiet. And so did the music, the hobby, the little things they used to look forward to. They call it the Ozempic personality. And the strangest part isn't that it happens. It's that no one can tell you why. Because no one has really studied it. We've had these drugs a few years, we've given them to millions. And nobody has ever run the trial that asks the simplest question: what happens to joy? So when someone asks what else this is doing to us, the honest answer is, we're still finding out, and we keep reaching further. If this drug can quiet the brain, could it also protect it? Could it hold back a disease like Alzheimer's? So they ran the biggest trial of its kind, nearly 4,000 people in the early stages, and it didn't work. The people on the drug lost their memories just as fast as the people on nothing at all, which is strange, because this is clearly a drug that does something to the brain. But Alzheimer's isn't hunger. You can't just turn it down. It's more like a fire, already burning through the wiring, and this molecule was never built to put one out. The brain, a step ahead of us again. It started with the venom of a desert lizard, and a scientist who simply asked why. We thought we'd found a way to quiet hunger. What we'd really found was a molecule that speaks the brain's oldest language, the language of wanting. And we're only beginning to learn how many things that one word turns out to mean.